Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Nick Show. If you're here for the series, I whipped it back. So what happened was, between two birthdays, Valentine's Day, having one of my kids have a week-long sleepover with his friends. Uh, yeah, I fucked up. So let's try to get back in the swing of things. Missing more than 2 days is a recipe for disaster. I need to set this thing up once in a week period. So what's been going on? It's just I've been so busy with work, with I don't know. It's a busy household. Like trying to do this is not. I'll say this: having a family, having uh, work, and all these things like just pop into action. Ooh, I went to a comic show. Uh, and this might not even sound good, but the point is having all these things together. It's hard to fit this in. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my best piece of. It's not my best idea. I'm not gonna lie. This is supposed to hold me accountable. And I'll tell you what. I do feel like shit not posting. But I feel like I don't even have anything. It's like, what have I been doing? Uh, well, I got. I. It's crazy, but I got a pretty cool interview coming up for a new job, a better job. Uh, let's pick a topic. Let's pick a topic. Let's do the hustle, right? So one of my star qualities, sure as hell ain't my face, is damn it, why did I suck? It's I got the hustle in me. I got man, if you knew my let's talk about it. My career for programming is self-taught. That's in and of itself not that real. But you realize I started my venture in like 2014 where there was no tutorials. YouTube wasn't a big way. You had to like learn through documentation because there's so much fatigue with new libraries and frameworks coming out. This is at a time where it's like Google and Facebook decided to just create their own reason and rationale for what the future of the web should look like, the future of mobile should look like. It was Angular versus React. I'm not expecting to have like anybody who knows that, but to put this in perspective, you have two of the biggest conglomerates saying they're the way to go. They battled it out. And what happened was they wound up having this battle, and I mean, Facebook won. I mean, it was just like that. Facebook won, and they continue to win. And I got lucky enough. I mean, this is crazy. Where I swear to God, Google's framework, for whatever reason, it was just it was so complicated. I didn't know what the frick I was doing. So I picked React and the Facebook because it was just easy. It was simple. It wasn't even a framework. It was just what you see on the web. It's just the view, they say. And dude, I won, and I got a job within 6 months of like choosing that library. And I come from a manufacturing background. Like I was in factories cutting metal with these big machines, being a grunt, being a loser from Erie, Pennsylvania, with no way out. I'll say that, no way out. So to choose this and to get picked and like all at once, choosing React, dude, saved my butt. I got relocation expenses, got more money than I've ever seen in a paycheck before. I got so much off of this, just choosing this stupid path that, by the way, everybody bet on Google. Everybody's like, Google, it's the web. Google built the search engine. They have the browser. They're going to win. I was like, nah, that looks too hard. And because phrases like keep it simple, stupid, and figuring out how to do things in the, least amount of steps, stuff like that. No one taught me stuff like that. I was just like, I want to go with the simple route. It's easier to learn. Maybe it'll catch on. And then just my career blew up. I started getting into more projects. I started learning better. It jumped off. The career I took just by choosing this one simple way was amazing. I've had so many opportunities. I've talked to so many great people. I've interviewed with great companies. And by the way, when I started, it was at a time where you needed a degree. We'll pick this up in a bit. So needing a degree and like the companies during this time, because everything was changing. Everything was starting to be more responsive on the web. Before that, everything was built for like desktop computers and laptops. They weren't really built for phones. Phones were starting to have a breakthrough. So it was this first time where we were creating, I mean, the industry was creating new ways to focus on mobile design and stuff that could fit on all device screens and stuff like that. And I caught this wave just perfect. And thankfully, React leaned into that too, along, some CSS frameworks and stuff. Who cares? Not the point. But, and, it was the first time where there's no way they were teaching this stuff in colleges or anywhere. I mean, there was barely boot camps at this time. There wasn't. There wasn't back then. Back when I started, there was none of that, and I just studied, and they had good documentation, and I literally just bullshitted my way into, because React was so new. I just saying I was experienced in it, and I worked on the documentation. Companies just grabbed me up quick, and it worked, and I got contract gigs, and I got hired. People were paying me, I mean, tons of money, and it worked, and it was awesome, and that led into another. Uh, thing that dealt with, it's called JavaScript, but like back end JavaScript is just JavaScript, and I learned that, and that got me a crazy career. I made my first six-figure income because of just saying I knew this, and the hustle was just staying at home and playing on a computer. That was it. And if I told you guys why I got into programming, you'd laugh. It was between public speaking, which is funny because I'm an introvert. You have to know who I am, and programming because I like playing video games with my dad when I was a kid. That's it. The lie I tell interviews is I like putting art on screens. That's bullshit. The only reason I chose the web is because honestly, it just felt like I got instant gratification by working with the components like HTML and stuff like that, uh, to automatically see what I've built in real time. That's it. It was it. It's because I could see my reactions. Other than like I like C# and stuff like that. Like all these things at the time, by the way, were at the time way more beneficial and stuff to learn and go through and try to learn, but they were just so hard. And I was like, I don't know how to do this stuff. So I sit here today and tell you, like, I just hustled. I built a grind on that, and I just kept getting paid more and more, and I just stayed in my lane. I learned the minimal amount, and like honestly, it worked out so good for me. I mean, I built a career off of just picking something and sticking to it. It was crazy. I got so lucky, and yeah, I just want to post this up, and just the hustle of learning a new skill and just practicing it every day, and just no one could tell me I wasn't going to make six figures. It was so funny. I mean, I got people around me that were like self-taught, no college degree, you'll never make it. It worked out so well because I just kept hustling. I kept putting my foot in front of the other, and I kept learning, and I kept sharpening my skills, and it paid off. It got me all the way. It got me out of my hometown. Got my family where my wife didn't have to work. My kids could go to school. They had medical. I mean, all these great things happened just because I just hustled my ass off and believed in myself. There was never a day where I didn't think someone wasn't going to hire me. Yeah, that's it for now. I don't know. I'm going to post this out like that. But anyway, I'm back. All right. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill.